One thing I'm trying to focus on with my client is repayment method. And for Kiva, when you loan the money, you go straight through the first party source, which is Kiva. When you receive your money, it could take back up to 3 years to receive your full amount of money that you loaned to the entrepreneur itself. And when you get a small repayment back, it'll ask you if you want to keep it or relend it out. And when you relend it out, it has to be a minimum of $25, but you may not have your full reimburse of $25 back yet. So something I'm trying to focus on is allowing Kiva to just let you lend back out a small amount of money to a aspiring entrepreneur. Um, when you loan out that money, um, the money that you get back goes through PayPal, which is a third-party service, rather than going through the first-party service of Kiva. So when you get that money, um, PayPal takes a small percentage from it, and that is kind of contradicting to the lender because it may make them think like I'm not really gaining anything. If anything, I'm losing money from lending out that money. So something I want to focus on with my client is um, getting them to allow you to relend out a smaller amount the second time around. So that way you can give the money to an aspiring entrepreneur for a smaller amount, and maybe that way more clients will loan more than one time, because I know a large percentage of Kiva clients will only lend out that one time because you have to have a minimum amount of $25 to lend back out. So what I have decided that I'm going to do to aspire Kiva to change their ways of using PayPal would be to use service-free charges apps like Cash App or Venmo that more younger people use and they know it's safe. I decided that I would set up venues at wealthier areas, especially in Chicago, but also in other cities. And this would be so that we can get more people to be aware about Kiva and get them to sign off their money, but to lend out their money. But one thing that I have decided that would need to be addressed to them is that the PayPal is an issue, and something that we can do to change that is among us. I decided that we would set up petitions, and we would have them sign it. And to get Kiva's attention, we would also post these online. And at these venues around the country, we would have spokespeople to get people to sign and encourage them to sign into loan to Kiva, but also to be fair to the lender, because it's not fair if we're losing stuff just because we're trying to be kind and better. So through these petitions, we would grab Kiva's attention, and that way, through Kiva and through ourselves, we can change the way, and we really do have a say in what we want to do, to help people, and not only to improve and make it easier for the lender, but also for the borrower.